Welcome to 4th class English. Good morning, children. How are you all? This is R. Sujna, your English teacher. I am fine. We have completed one lesson called Three Butterflies. We completed all the activities related to that lesson, Three Butterflies. Next, we will move to the second unit. It's very important unit. The name of the unit is Major Dhyan Chand. Okay, I'll show you a picture. All of you see. What do you find in this picture? Did you get anything? Any idea or clue? Yes, these are all related to the sports. Okay, you can find cricket bat, helmets, balls, tennis racket. Here you can see football, volleyball, cricket ball, like this. These are all playthings. That means we need to have these things to play. In our school also we have PET classes now. What do you do during the PET class? Play, or you play in the ground na? That time you pick up these things from the store. Okay, can you tell me any names of any three balls? Basketball, tennis ball, cricket ball, volleyball. Okay, next, you can see helmets in the picture. But why do we need these helmets? Normally when we go on a bike or scooter na, that time we wear helmet. But for playing, do we really need the helmets? Yes, we need to use helmets to protect our head from hitting by the ball. Sometimes the ball may fall on your head. That time you get injured. So in order to protect yourself, you have to use the helmet. Okay, which game do you like the most? I like to play chess. What do you want to play? Okay, where do you play? Normally we have to play in the playground only, but some kids they play on the roads. It is very dangerous to play on the road because the vehicles that move on the road na, so there is a possibility of getting hit by those vehicles. So you should not play on the roads. You have to play on the playground. Okay, all of you see this picture. This is the picture of a person, famous personality, celebrity. His name is Major Dhyan Chand. Major Dhyan Chand. Okay, all of you pick up your textbook and go to page number 17. Get ready with your pencil. Okay, the name of the lesson is Major Dhyan Chand, and I will read out the first paragraph. You just go through it. Listen carefully. Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh. He was a soldier in the Indian Army. He could not practice hockey during the day because he used to be busy on his duty as a soldier. That is why he used to practice at night in moonlight. It is believed that his coach fondly began to call him Dhyan Chand. Chand meaning mean. The name stayed with him. Okay. So this lesson is about Mr. Dhyan Chand. Actually, Dhyan Chand's real name was Dhyan Singh. Do you remember his name? His name was Dhyan Singh. He was working as a soldier in the Indian Army because Major Dhyan Chand, he was a hockey player. He used to play hockey. But as he was working as a soldier in the army, he did not get the time to practice in the daytime. So what he will do? So he used to play in the at night time in the moonlight. He could not practice hockey during the day because he used to be busy on his duty as a soldier. That is why he used to practice at night in moonlight. It is believed that his coach fondly began to call him Dhyan Chand. So Dhyan Singh used to play in the night time, no? So his coach he started calling him Dhyan Chand. Actually, what is the meaning of the word Chand? Chand is a Hindi word. The meaning of the word is moon. So the Dhyan Chand. So his name, that name stayed with him, Dhyan Chand. Okay. Let's move on to the next paragraph. Saturday, 15th August 1936. It was the day of the hockey finals during the Olympic events held in Berlin, Germany. Germany had defeated several teams to enter the finals against the Indian team. They were the hosts of the Olympics and they were sure of their victory. Okay, ma, all of you underline the word defeated and victory. I have already underlined those words. You can find them in the picture. Okay, so what was that day? It was a Saturday and the date was 15th August 1936. Major Dhyan Chand was a hockey player. He used to play on behalf of Indian hockey team. So hockey is not an individual game, it's a team game. So it was the day of hockey finals. So hockey finals was going on in Olympics. In GK you might have studied about Olympics. Olympics is a games event. It is organized once in 4 years, only one time in 4 years. So in 1936 Germany organized the Olympics. So the Olympic events held in Berlin, Germany. So Berlin is the capital of Germany. Okay, Germany had defeated several teams to enter the finals against the Indian team, but Germany was a hot favorite. It had defeated many teams. Defeated means many teams lost to Germany, and Germany entered the final and Indian team also entered the final. They were the hosts of the Olympics. Host means they are the organizers of the Olympics 1936 and they were sure of their victory. They were very confident about their victory. Okay, I will ask you questions. You have to remember the dates and the names, everything. Okay. Next, see the paragraph. All the day before it had rained heavily. The entire field had become wet. But 15th August being the last day of the games, it was not possible to postpone the match any further. So okay, so the day before the finals, there was a heavy rain. It had rained heavily. The entire playground, the field, it became wet. So can you play in the wet ground? No, it is not possible, na? But that was the final day. 15th August was the last day of the Olympics. So it was not possible to postpone the match any further. Means it was not possible to change the schedule of that game. Okay, all of you underline the word postpone. Okay, see the next paragraph. About 40,000 people, including men and women, had gathered in the hockey stadium. The match started exactly at 11 a.m. No team could score a goal during the first half an hour. During the 32nd minute, Roop Singh scored the first goal, hitting the ball towards the goal post from a difficult angle. Okay, so how many people were watching the game that day? So 40,000 people were watching. Both men and women gathered in the hockey stadium. So the match started at 11 o'clock in the morning. So for the first half an hour, neither Germany nor India scored a goal. But at the time of 32nd minute, Roop Singh of Indian team, he scored the first goal. He hit the ball towards the goal post from a very difficult angle. So who was the first goal scorer of our team? India, Roop Singh. All of you see the next paragraph. Okay, in the second half of the match, the Indian team scored 3 more goals. 2 of them were scored by the captain of the Indian team, Dhyan Chand. The Germans also scored a goal. All of you underline the word goal. What is the meaning of goal? Goal means the act of hitting the ball into the goal post. Okay, so there will be 2 goal posts kept on the playground. So in the Indian team, they have to hit the ball into the Germans goal post, and the Germans, they have to hit the ball into Indians goal post. That is the method of playing hockey. Okay, so in the second half, what happened? The Indian team, they scored 3 more goals. Two of them were hit by our captain of the Indian team, Dhyan Chand. But the Germans, they only scored only 1 goal. Okay, all of you see this picture. This is the postal stamp released by the government of India in memory of Major Dhyan Chand. He was born in 1906 and he died in 1979. Okay, so this is one way of honoring him. Okay, all of you see the next paragraph. Dhyan Chand. Dhyan Chand's spiked shoes were making it difficult for him to run fast on the wet ground. He removed the shoes and the socks and began to run barefoot. So I already told you that day it had rained heavily, so the stadium was very wet. So Dhyan Chand's spiked shoes, he was not able to run fast on the wet ground. So what he had done, he removed his shoes and socks and he started running barefoot. Barefoot means he did not wear any socks or shoes. The Indian team scored 3 more goals. See the picture of the 1936 Olympics hockey finals. Okay, so see the next paragraph. Barefoot means without wearing anything on the feet. The German goalkeeper pounced on Dhyan Chand and hurt him, but Dhyan Chand was a true soldier. After a little first aid, he immediately returned to the field and held the spectators spellbound with his game. At last, he scored the last goal of the match. Just as the game drew to a close, the Indian team had won the medal 3rd time in a row. It was a hat trick. Indians were the 3rd time winners of the Olympic gold medal. Okay, what happened now? See, German goalkeeper, he just pounced on Dhyan Chand because Dhyan Chand was continuously hitting the goals, so the German goalkeeper, he did not want to allow Dhyan Chand to hit the ball into the goal post, so he just pounced on Dhyan Chand. So during this act, he hurt Dhyan Chand, but Dhyan Chand was a true soldier, so he took the first aid, some medical help, but he immediately returned to the field and he played again. He held the spectators spellbound with his game. So all the spectators viewing the match, they were spellbound by his game. He scored the last goal of the match. So Indian team won the medal 3rd time in a row. That means they had been winning the medal medals for the last 3 Olympic Games. So it was a hat trick. Hat trick means if you continuously get that thing, you call it a hat trick. Suppose if you are getting the first rank in your class, for FA1 you got first rank, for FA2 first rank, for and SA1 you got first rank, that is called a hat trick. Hat trick means if you get it continuously for the 3 times continuously, that is called the hat trick. Indians were the 3rd time winners of the Olympic gold medal. Okay, go to the next paragraph. It is said that the German ruler offered Dhyan Chand a higher salary and rank in the German army if he agreed to play on behalf of Germany, but Dhyan Chand turned down the offer. After the celebrated victory in the Olympics, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. So, the German ruler Hitler, Adolf Hitler, he was the German ruler that time. So he was attracted by Major Dhyan Chand's hockey play. So he offered Dhyan Chand, please come into our German army and we will give you higher salary and higher rank. But he had to play on behalf of German hockey team. But Major Dhyan Chand was a true soldier and he did not want to take that offer given by Mr. Hitler. So he smoothly rejected his offer. After the celebrations, Hitler awarded a special gold medal to Dhyan Chand. So he got a special gold medal from Hitler. You may be aware that hockey is our national sport. Now tell me children, what is our national sport? It is hockey. Major Dhyan Chand's birthday, August 29th, is celebrated as National Sports Day in India. So tell me, when do you celebrate National Sports Day? On August 29th. That was the birthday of Major Dhyan Chand. The famous National Stadium in Delhi is named after the great hero Dhyan Chand. Who knows, perhaps one of you may carry the legacy of Dhyan Chand further and win great glory for our country. So the National Stadium in Delhi, it was given the name of Dhyan Chand National Stadium in Delhi. And if you like any kind of games, so play and dedicate your time. Okay, who knows, maybe you may become the legacy of Dhyan Chand. You can become like Dhyan Chand. Okay. The lifeless hockey stick used to come alive in the hands of Dhyan Chand. When he dribbled, the ball just would not leave his stick. Some people even stole his sticks and broke them open to see whether they contained a special glue or magnet. Dhyan Chand was even made to play with other ordinary sticks, but even then his play was as charismatic as ever. So most of the people, they get confused with the play of Major Dhyan Chand. They thought that there is something special inside the hockey sticks played by Dhyan Chand. Some people even they stole his sticks, hockey sticks, and they have broken them, and they opened the sticks and they checked whether there is any special glue or magnet. So the skill is in his hands, not in the sticks of the play. So even an ordinary stick, Major Dhyan Chand was able to play even with ordinary sticks, but the thing is, the skill is in his hands. So the play was as charismatic as ever. Okay. Now we will see the glossary words. All of you listen carefully. You have to learn the meanings. Victory, win or success. Victory, win or success. Defeated. defeated, lost, lost. Postpone, put off to a later time. Postpone, put off to a later time. Aggressive, angry or ready to attack. Aggressive, angry or ready to attack. Goal, the act of hitting the ball into the goal post. Goal, the act of hitting the ball into the goal post. Bare feet, without wearing anything on the feet. Bare feet, without wearing anything on the feet. Okay, now you have to answer me. I'll ask you some questions. Okay, choose the correct answer from the given options and put the correct letter in the bracket. All of you go to page number 19 in your textbook. The first question, the captain of Indian hockey team in 1936. Who was the captain of Indian hockey team in 1936? A. Tej Singh, B. Dhyan Chand, C. Rupendra Chand. No. Answer is B. Dhyan Chand. The hosts of the 1936 Olympic Games were, okay ma, who organized Olympics in 1936? Just now we studied na, Germany. So they were the hosts of 1936 Olympic Games. Answer is C. The ground was uncomfortable to play because it was A. green, B. dry, C. wet. So because of the heavy rain, the ground became very wet. It was very uncomfortable to play on the wet ground. So here the answer is C. wet. All of you go to page number 20. The first goal for India was scored by Dhyan Chand, Roop Singh, Hitler. Yeah, the first goal was scored by Roop Singh, not by Dhyan Chand. Remember carefully. First goal was scored by Roop Singh. Next, Hitler awarded Dhyan Chand with bronze medal, silver medal, gold medal. Which medal he got? After the celebrations of the victory in Olympics, Hitler, German ruler Hitler, he awarded Dhyan Chand with a special gold medal. The answer is C. Okay, next move on to the vocabulary part. Okay, read the following statement and focus on the words underlined. About 40,000 people, including men and women, had gathered in the hockey stadium. The words men and women are the plural forms of the words. Okay ma, you have studied singular form and plural form na? Now we are going to learn some singular and plural forms. So it is clearly observed that the plural forms men and women are formed with a change in the vowel letters. Man and woman. Okay. So M-A-N, man. What is the plural of man? Men. M-E-N, men. Women. W-O-M-A-N. What is the plural of woman? Women. W-O-M-E-N, women. Okay. Now we will learn some singular and plural forms. Okay. So see the first picture. What do you find in the first picture? Foot. What is the? You can see only one foot here, but you can see. What is the second picture? Plural form of foot is feet. Okay. F-E-E-T. Okay. Next. See this picture. Here only one lady is there. So woman. W-O-M-A-N. What is the plural form of woman? Here you can find 4 ladies. What is the plural form? Women. W-O-M-E-N. Okay. All of you see this picture. You can see only one goose here, but here you can find 2 birds. So what is the plural form of goose? Geese. G-E-E-S-E, geese. Okay. See the next one, you can find mouse. Only one rat is there. What is the plural form of mouse? Mice. M-I-C-E, mice. One more time. Make it fast. Man, woman, man, woman, sorry. Man, men, man, men, woman, women, woman, women. Foot, feet, foot, feet. Goose, geese, goose, geese. Mouse, mice, mouse, mice. Okay children, that's all for today. Take care. Bye.